Hello everyone, in the last issue I talked about the air filter in the 3 filters. Today I will talk about the replacement of the oil filter and the oil. In the normal use of the truck, the oil needs to be replaced regularly, about 10,000 kilometers. Okay, let's take a look at it. This is the oil filler port. Add oil here. This is an oil drain screw under the car. This is for the oil, and then this is for the oil dipstick. Okay, let's pull it out and take a look. There is a scale on it. When filling the oil normally, we can add it to the center line. Do not add too much, do not exceed the upper limit of the scale, and cannot add less. Adding too much will cause the oil pressure to increase constantly. Okay, let's put it back. Next, let's take a look at the oil filter element. The oil filter element is under the engine. This is the oil filter element. There are 2 in total. Let's compare the 2 oil filter elements, an old one and a new one. This is an oil filter element. We cut it open. Let's take a look at its internal structure. The oil filter element is also made up of many filter papers. It can be seen that it is very dirty and has been used. Let's take a look at the new one. Then, when we are replacing the filter element, we fill up the oil filter element with new oil. And we must use new oil in sealing the rubber ring and apply it evenly by hand. Otherwise, the process of replacing the filter element, sealing the rubber ring is easy to get astringent, and the seal will be loose after being installed. Let's take a look at the oil pressure. It is 4.7 by 0.1 MPa. The minimum oil pressure cannot be lower than 3.5 by 0.1 MPa. If the oil pressure is too low, we need to check the oil pump. It may be because the oil pump is aging or the oil pump is depressurizing. Next, let's take a look at the oil pressure during high-speed operation of the oil pump. We can see the oil pressure during the high-speed operation is between 5.8 to 6.0 by 0.1 MPa. During high-speed operation, the oil pressure cannot exceed 7.0 by 0.1 MPa. If the pressure is too high, we need to check the oil passage of the engine, or the oil filter of the engine may be blocked, causing oil pressure to be too high. Therefore, in the daily work of our trucks, we also need to observe the oil pressure at all times. Too high or too low is not acceptable. We need to check immediately where the problem is and repair it in time to avoid engine damage.